where it is, learn some things, and then come back. They're not necessarily, walking your hand through the whole thing, but they're able to kind of, if you're going in the wrong direction, they kind of say like, they almost ask you questions like, oh, did you think of this? So that you make the decision on your own to kind of correct yourself and go down the right path. From professors, I've been able to really just dive into technical skills that I never thought I'd have like an actual course in. So for this autonomous vehicles class that I'm in, I'm the sensors and processing team lead. And I never thought wasn't aware about what localization was, but on my own time and with my team, I've been able to dive into that and actually are like creating the kind of application for the project that's going to work. So it's like learning on our own, but our professors, if we're all of a sudden going down this totally wrong road, my professor Sprague has asked, oh, did you guys look into this? And that kind of gives us a hint, like, guys, we should probably look into this. This might make our life a lot easier. And from industry mentors, it's that excitement of them kind of showing us, we're working on things and cultivating skills that actually matter, that kind of motivate us to continue working on that. Because eventually, we all want jobs.
I can speak a little bit to, I'm in the drones class right now, using drones to solve ecological problems. And my mentor or project partner is the Smithsonian Conservation Biological Institute. And they're a great project partner. Actually, each group in the course gets assigned an industry partner mentor. So in my group, we're looking to solve the declining population of grassland bird species and how we can use the Smithsonian to kind of help leverage us. So our end project is actually going to be developed into their drones program at Smithsonian, and they're going to take what we have and kind of push that forward. So I think it's the mentorship is real world, it's applicable. I know that what I'm doing it matters, and that it's going to actually positively affect their projects over at the Smithsonian, which is crazy. And it's great that you kind of get that personalized touch. I have phone calls with our project mentor every so often. And just other groups have project mentors the Department of Game Land and Inland Fisheries that they're working closely with. So it really gives you a good scope of, okay, what is our problem? How does it fit into this larger scheme of things? If we come up with an idea, you can kind of test and validate your idea really easily with your project mentor and get feedback much faster than you would if you were just Googling things, for instance.
It should also be noted that this is an environment that draws in not only really innovative students, but really engaged and innovative faculty and professors. And that in itself provides an environment where everyone feels like they can talk on a level field with their professor. It's not this kind of weird hierarchy situation. And obviously, these are really great professors that they're willing to stay here until 8 or 9 p.m. on a weeknight to work with students on a problem. They're not oh, it's time to go, bye. But they're staying here and they're engaged. They come before class, they stay after. You can reach out to them anytime. And it really fosters this feel of being really engaged in everything. And it just kind of builds and grows. They lead by example.
From industry, how do I get to your group? If I come down 81, I arrive at Big JMU and Home Dukes, how do I get to you guys?
That's session 3.
Can we get your email?
I mean, I can also put it back to that slide with our names on it.
Yeah,
you can reach us. LinkedIn.
Okay, so.
Yeah, so Nick Swain I think you really will address that later on. So, yeah, the faculty here, they're really great.
Maybe one more question and then we'll go to the faculty panel.
One last question. So I saw the list of courses. Now that you've been through this experience to this level, what would you add to that list if you could wave a magic wand and create whatever course you wanted?
So for me, it's kind of different. I've already put 2 classes up there. So like just seeing what I want to see happen actually come true is incredible. Being able to actually foster these classes, develop these course curriculums and syllabuses, and actually have students sign up more than you'd ever think. Like when I first made the VR class, we were worried about how many students we got. And I remember telling Nick we had to make a Google Excel pretty much sheet to like have people sign up. And he goes, how many students do you have, like 20, 30? I was like, Nick, we have 120 students signed up. He's like, you know you can only take 25. I was like, yeah, not that. But I think about it every day, what would be the next class I could possibly think of, and it's probably one of the hardest things to come up with because these classes I come up with is stuff that I've actually worked with. So when I came up with VR, I was making a VR simulation to help people overcome their phobias in a hackathon. For blockchain, I've spent the past 2 years investing and researching blockchain, cryptocurrencies, and techniques. So for me, I couldn't say right now what I would do, but that's just my point of view on that.
Yeah, I would say to echo the same. A lot of these courses come from authentic sources of experience where either a faculty or student is faced with a problem or is exposed to a certain technology, and they say, like, oh, why not at JMU? And kind of the resources here and the people that gather here, the skill sets come together and people get excited about, like, yeah, why not? Let's do it. And let's put in that extra work to actually make things happen. That question might be above my pay grade. I don't get paid too, so.
Yeah, that's a difficult question. I think these guys touched on it well. At least for me, this is kind of a course, and I honestly have no clue because you're just going off what you said, that how it would come to function. But although I'm a computer information systems major, have a kind of a historical interest and passion in economics. And I'd love to see, like, I don't know if it would be like a hack for economics or something like that, but to see the multidisciplinary aspect of economics in our world, because it seems that people look at economics either in a fiscal sense, or they have behavioral economics, or you look at ecology economics, stuff like that, but nothing really comes together, or at least no one teaches it. And I would love to see professors from different sectors being like, this invention in steel drove the economy this way, but it also negatively maybe impacted housing because it rose prices, something like that. And I think that'd be kind of a cool thing to experience. If that's possible yet, I don't know, but that's something I would love to learn about in this kind of setting. So, yeah.
So I've kind of had the luxury, I guess, of being able to come up with classes and implementing them since I'm the student coordinator of the pop-up classes. So almost each week we're able to host a new class. It's one night that week, it's not for credit or anything, so you kind of have more wiggle room. And so I've been able to discuss, we also have a faculty member, James Barnes, who I've been working with, and we're able to do things from what Sally said, laser cutting ukuleles, to beer brewing, to making ice cream with liquid nitrogen, but also within that we were exploring weird food combining. And just we're going to continue. We're doing a poetry improv one, so it's all over the place, and it's not just strictly technology oriented, but also just design thinking, because improvisation is a really big skill to have. Like, I'm improvising right now, for example. And so it's things that we think that are important for students to be exposed to. And I've had community members reach out to me being like, I've seen these pop-up classes, I think they're really cool, is it okay if I come? And so it's something that's reaching out beyond the JMU community, but I've kind of had that luxury in a way to think of an idea and implement it within a week. So that's been really fun to see.
Actually, I have an idea for a course, and it's based off real passions and kind of dedications to X Labs. Like one of our faculty, James Barnes, really loves music. Spearheads a lot of like the music-based pop-ups, and I think it would be cool if we did like a like hacking the music industry of some sort, because I can see a lot of parts of JMU coming together from the technical side, as well as the there's the performance aspect that you could also bring in to have a lot of students that might not be in like a project-based class together coming together. Took a while, but yeah.
Yeah, well, and we're brainstorming new ideas right now
Yes.
while we're up here.
That's great. Okay, so we need to get moving on to the faculty panel. So thanks again for the speech. Some of you may not realize that spring break starts today, really, for most of them. So they stuck around for spring break, and we'll get quickly reconfigured here for our faculty panel. So if you're on the